Okay, Kurenji.
Felicite, there is unmute. Start, Lisa, please.
Okay. Yeah, Lisa Spotlight.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to today's Vishu celebrations hosted by the Brampton Malayali Samajam. My name is Liz Kochiman, and I've been long associated with many of the Samajams in this area, and it is such a pleasure for me to join you today. I appreciate that all of you have joined us on a busy Saturday, and even though we are in a global pandemic, I know that each and every one of us are busy every single day, especially on the weekends. So I am so appreciative that all of you have made some time in the middle of your schedule to join us for this important celebration. We would like to welcome the Prince. He is here, Prince Aditya Varma. He's here with us, and we have many other dignitaries that are joining us today. So I encourage all of you to enjoy this program, sit back, relax, and consider this as a wonderful addition to something that we would like to just commemorate as we are celebrating Vishu this year. So we have a full program, so be ready to see different dignitaries from the Brampton area. As you know, the Brampton Malayali Samajam has been very, very active in this area and also with other cultural organizations in the Greater Toronto area. So despite us all moving through a global pandemic, this Samajam has decided that they would still like to gather with its community members and celebrate Vishu and also introduce you to the members of their community. So we are so happy to have all of them today, and I welcome all of them as well. So I will come in and out of this program just to introduce the next item. So I would appreciate if you would give us your full concentration. So it looks like I've been moving to Rajasthan if you see my background, but in fact, I'm just here in Markham with all of you. So I'm so excited for today's event. So let's jump right into it. And I would like to introduce you to somebody who is a very, very familiar face to all of you, I'm sure. So Ms. Lata Menon is the founder of the Menon Law Professional Corporation right here in the Mississauga area. So she's a familiar face to our community, and she provides counsel to many of the organizations, and we see her at many of our cultural events. So in addition to leading a legal team that has worked on many notable cases, as a Malayali community, we are also so proud of her, especially on her recent course of study that she completed at Harvard Law School last year in the middle of a global pandemic. So Ms. Lata is currently serving as the General Secretary of the Brampton Malayali Samajam, and I'm pleased to invite her forward to open our Vishu celebrations.
Thank you so much, Liz, for your wonderful comments. I wish I'm enabled to meet that thing, what you said. Thank you so much. Thanks for your wonderful. Okay, so good afternoon, namaskaram. Good afternoon to one and all. And I think Liz has given a very detailed explanations about me. And so let me go forward. And I'm really very happy to be present today for this event. I'm Lata Menon, the barrister solicitor on behalf of Brampton Malayali Samajam. It's my privilege and honor to welcome all of you for this virtual meeting. As you're well aware, today's virtual gathering in the inauguration of Vishu celebration for 2021 and also the inauguration for our new office bearers for Brampton Malayali Samajam 2021. Although in times gone by, we always celebrated Vishu with personal gatherings and more meaningful exchange of greetings in person. However, the second wave of COVID-19 pandemic has constrained our province to issue a stay-at-home order, and hence we are limited to the virtual celebration of Vishu. In spite of being distant from one another, our spirits are high and we can transcend these limitations and share our joy and warmth in the celebration. which is organized by a Brampton Malayali Samajam under the able leadership and tutelage of none other than our president, Mr. Kurian Prakanam. So we all have to give a great big clap to our Kurian Prakanam, who has arranged this even in spite of this pandemic and even in spite of all these restrictions from the province. He was able to arrange our prince to come here and also all the ministers and various dignitaries to be present today. So a big loud applause and a clap to our Korean Prakan.
Thank you. Thank you, Banu.
Today's virtual celebration has its own charm. We all are privileged to have our own Vishu message delivered by no less than a person than His Highness Avittam Thirumal Aditya Varma, the Prince of Trancor. His Highness is well known for all of us and needs no introduction. We extend a hearty welcome to His Highness and thank you for sparing your time to deliver your Vishu message to us this afternoon. We welcome you, sir. We are all privileged to have with us the following dignitaries. We have made time in spite of many pressing engagements to join in our Vishu celebrations today. Today we have Ms. Ruby Sabhota, MP, the Minister Parmeet Singh Sakaria, our Mayor, Mr. Patrick Brown for Brampton area, Shri Amarjot Sandhu, MPP, and Mr. Deepak Anand, MPP. We heartily welcome all our guests and thank them for their presence with us for today's celebration. Our guests are well known to our community and have always made themselves available to hear and assist our community. A special word of thanks to them for being there for us. And I also welcome all the participants who have joined today. And I think from people not only from Toronto, Ontario, but people from India, Australia, New Zealand, all of them are going to join in this event to celebrate and to support our Brampton Malayali Samajam. So thank you so much for that. At last but not the least, a hearty welcome to all of you and hope you enjoy, as Liz already said, sit and relax and then enjoy today's virtual celebration of Vishu 2021. Welcome and have a wonderful day. Thank you. Namaskaram.
Thank you so much, Ms. Lata. We are always happy to have you joining any event, whether it's Brampton Malayali Samajam or anything across this greater Toronto area. And you are absolutely the right person to start us off. So welcome to each and every one of you. So today we're starting our program by introducing you to Mr. Jinto Alakel. So he hails from the beautiful city of London, Ontario, which is about 2 hours from here. And we recently saw him as a contestant for the Flowers TV USA virtual singing contest that was earlier this month. So he is absolutely the right person to start our event today with a wonderful Vishu melody. So I'd like to introduce for all of you, Mr. Jinto.
Mr. Jinto line unmute ചെയ്യണം.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for introducing me. Yeah, I've been a little bit busy here at home. So yeah, thank you everyone.
Thanks, Jita. Sanjay, ഇത് play ചെയ്യണേ first video.
Okay, sure.
First 20 seconds blank ആണ്. ഒന്ന് ഓടിച്ചു വിട്ടിട്ട്
കണി കാണും നേരം കമലനേത്രന്റെ നിറമേറും മഞ്ഞ തുകിൽ ചാർത്തി കനകക്കിങ്ങിനി പളകൾ മോതിരം അണിഞ്ഞു കാണേണം ഭഗവാനെ. കണി കാണും നേരം കമലനേത്രന്റെ നിറമേറും മഞ്ഞ തുകിൽ ചാർത്തി കനകക്കിങ്ങിനി പളകൾ മോതിരം അണിഞ്ഞു കാണേണം ഭഗവാനെ. മലർമാതിൻ കാന്തൻ വസുദേവാത്മജ പുലർക്കാലേ പാടി കുഴലൂതി ചിലുചീലേ എന്നു കിളങ്ങും കാഞ്ചന ചിലമ്പിട്ടോടിവ കണി കാണാൻ. മലർമാതിൻ കാന്തൻ വസുദേവാത്മജ പുലർക്കാലേ പാടി കുഴലൂതി ചിലുചീലേ എന്നു കിളുങ്ങും കാഞ്ചന ചിലമ്പിട്ടോടിവ കണി കാണാൻ. ശിശുക്കളായുള്ള സഖിമാരും താനും പശുക്കളെ മേച്ചു നടക്കുമ്പോൾ വിശക്കുമ്പോൾ വെണ്ണ കവർന്നുണ്ണും കൃഷ്ണൻ അടുത്തുവാങ്ങി കണി കാണാൻ. ശിശുക്കളായുള്ള സഖിമാരും താനും പശുക്കളെ മേച്ചു നടക്കുമ്പോൾ വിശക്കുമ്പോൾ വെണ്ണ കവർന്നുണ്ണും കൃഷ്ണൻ അടുത്തുവാങ്ങി കണി കാണാൻ. വാരിക്കൊണ്ടരയാലിൻ കൊമ്പത്തിരുന്നോരു ശീലക്കേടുകൾ പറഞ്ഞും ഭാവിച്ചു നീലക്കാർ വർണ്ണ കണി കാണാൻ. എതിരെ ഗോവിന്ദനരികിൽ വന്നോരു പുതുമയായുള്ള വചനങ്ങൾ മധുരമാവണ്ണം പറഞ്ഞും പാൽമന്ദ സ്മിതം തൂകിവ കണി കാണാൻ. കണി കാണും നേരം കമലനേത്രന്റെ നിറമേഴും മഞ്ഞ തുകിൽ ചാർത്തി കനകക്കിങ്ങിനി വളകൾ മോതിരം അണിഞ്ഞു കാണേണം ഭഗവാനെ. കണി കാണും നേരം കമലനേത്രന്റെ നിറമേറും മഞ്ഞ തുകിൽ ചാർത്തി കന വളകൾ മോതിരം അണിഞ്ഞു കാണണം ഭഗവാനെ അണിഞ്ഞു കാണണം ഭഗവാനെ അണിഞ്ഞു കാണണം ഭഗവാനെ അണിഞ്ഞു കാണണം ഭഗവാനെ.
Thank you so much, Binu. It was my first time, in fact, hearing you. And, despite we have all of these virtual platforms, we always think that virtual is not the same as live. But in fact, hearing Binu, even in a virtual setting, really sounds like we are standing in front of him on a live stage. So we're so appreciative, and we wish you all continued success with your musical journey. So we'd like to move on with our program, and we have such a special guest today. Now, I might be the only one out of everyone joining today's meeting who has not had an opportunity to really learn fully about the background of His Highness Prince Aditya Varma, who's joining us today. So as a second generation Malayali growing up here, it is a rare privilege, a real treat for me to be joining a meeting where we have a verified prince. It is such a wonderful idea, and the whole idea of having him here with us is just tremendous. As an MC, of course, that is my job, to do a little bit of research to see who is coming and who is our guests and what I can say about them. So of course, when I try to research the prince, there are pages and pages all over the internet of some of his work and his ideas. So I will leave it to him to explain to us what is on his mind today during this Vishu celebration. But one thing that I did notice as I sifted through many videos that he has done in the past with interviews is that he's incredibly personable. He seems like somebody that we would have as our own friend. When we go back home to Kerala and we spend time with our long lost friends, he has a very congenial personality like that. Almost what we would consider to be the people's prince. So such a privilege today for the Brampton Malayali Association to welcome His Highness Prince Aditya Varma, the Prince of Travancore and trustee of the Sri Padmadabha Swami Temple in Trivandrum. Thank you so much, Prince.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Good afternoon to you all. My hearty Vishu wishes to Brampton Malayali Samajam, and I thank the organizers for inviting me to join and say the Vishu wishes to you all. And Vishu means, what do you say? Prosperity. Usually the people who are in agriculture, the 10th day after Vishu is called Pattamudaya. That is astrologically also a very good day, and a lot of housewarmings, lot of people start new things, and the sun, our sun, not SON, SUN, sun is sun will become most very powerful during the month of April. So any good things you start, you will be prospered well. And maybe last Vishu also we were like this, and this Vishu again the corona has put up in all houses. So we should all pray to God that for next Vishu at least we should all come together. We should be able to meet others, and we should be able to meet without mask. Now for the virtual meeting, we don't need mask, so we can see other faces also. And here in Trivandrum, as you said, in Padmanabha temple, Vishu, we go early morning at 5 o'clock to see the Lord, and it is called Palli Unarthal. It's an old Malayalam word, and the head of the family, he goes there. After that, we go to the temple, we come back, then we get Vishukai Nita. That is called the head of the family. In olden days, they used to give one sovereign. Now it has come down to some 100 rupees, because olden days it was easy to get that. And like that, Vishu is a very auspicious day, And I congratulate the new committee which is going to take charge of, is already taken. And I wish you all success, and may God bless you and be all safe. And let us all pray to God once again that we should be, this corona may be eliminated from this world soon. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Sir.
Thank you very much, Prince. ഞാൻ വലിയ കാര്യത്തിൽ ഇച്ചിരി മലയാളം പഠിച്ചതാ. ഞാൻ ഓർത്ത പ്രിൻസ് മലയാളത്തിൽ പറയുമെന്ന്, പക്ഷേ he was very kind to say his message in English so that all of our guests. എന്തോ?
If you had told me earlier, ഞാൻ മലയാളത്തിൽ ഭംഗിയായിട്ട് പറയാമായിരുന്നു.
English തന്നെ മതി, കാര്യം we have a lot of guests joining us
Very nice to
understand English. Thank you so much. It was so nice to have you. Thank you, Prince.
Thank
Happy
you.
Vishu to you. So we will continue on with our program. So as you know, we have the mayor of Brampton will be joining us today as well. So I will just check with our president whether Mayor Patrick Brown has joined us already at this meeting, or if not, we will continue on. Mr. Kudian, do you know if our mayor has joined yet?
No, he will join later.
Okay.
12:30.
Okay.
Soon we hear. Yes.
Okay, so then in that case, then we will continue on, because I know that everybody is eager to meet our president, the president of the Brampton Malayali Samajam. So it's a funny thing to introduce
Okay,
him.
could you please invite the minister? So he is also in a rush, so I can do later, no problem.
Oh, sure.
Minister Sarkari is here. He is on board.
Okay, oh, that's great, sure. Yep, the Honorable Prabmeet Sakaria, MPP for the riding representing Brampton South is here. So I have not had a chance to meet the minister in person, but one thing that we have in common, I believe, is that the minister has also studied at the same university as me, that's Wilfrid Laurier University in Waterloo. So I already feel like we have a lot in common, and it's so exciting for me to welcome him here to our Vishu celebrations. So Minister, welcome to our stage, and please go ahead.
Thank you so much, and it's always an absolute pleasure anytime we have, I get to meet a fellow Golden Hawk. So, thanks for that introduction, and look forward to hopefully meeting in person one time as well. But I want to, first of all, recognize everybody on the call. You guys have been incredible. This is such an auspicious occasion for your entire community, the Vishu celebrations. And I'm so proud to be a part of it. We have such a vibrant Malayali community here in Brampton. And I'm so, grateful that His Highness Aditya Verma, the Prince was also able to join us here today. Because it really speaks to the importance of the community, all of us working together and collectively, celebrating the incredible diversity that is not only in our city of Brampton, but the province of Ontario as well. I also want to thank my really good friend, Kurianji. He's an incredible champion and somebody that has done so much for the community. This is, I think, his 12th year as the president of the Samajam, and is chair of the Brampton boat race. So last year I had an opportunity to come out to the Brampton boat race, not last year, sorry, 2 years ago, because last year was obviously COVID as well. But I look forward to actually submitting a team and participating in the boat race. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So hopefully we can all get out of COVID soon and meet in person and do the Brampton boat race with all of our friends and families, because it's going to be really exciting. So I wanted to be here to wish each and every single one of you, prosperity, happiness during these, auspicious celebrations of Vishu. You guys have contributed so much. The community has contributed so much, not only during COVID, but to Ontario and its diversity and its from an economic perspective, cultural perspective. And when we get to celebrate festivals like this, occasions like this, and get to participate in boat races, that's truly what makes so great and this country so amazing. So thank you very much for having me here today, for allowing me to share in this auspicious occasion. To His Highness, thank you for joining us and taking time out to be here with us, and to the entire team of volunteers that do so much for this province and this country. Thank you for having me. Really, really appreciate all of you, and look forward to meeting in person one day. So thanks again for having me.
Thank you so much, sir. My heart was warm when you mentioned the Golden Hawks. Of course, we've got great memories of Wilfrid Laurier University. So thank you so much for the work that you do in the community here and for joining us today on a busy Saturday. I can really appreciate how pressed your schedule must be. So we will continue on with our program, and we would like to introduce another very, very familiar face to the Malayali community. You know, sometimes we invite some of our dignitaries and then we see them with great regularity at our events. And eventually we just adopt them as part of the Malayali community. And we have one such guest with us. That's the Honorable MP Ruby Sahota. We've seen her at so many of our events. She's the MP for Brampton North. She's the chair of the Standing Committee on Procedure and House Affairs, and we've met her many times. She's a working mother just like myself, so I'm always so inspired to see her going out and working within the community. And we'd like to invite her forward to our virtual stage for today's Vishu celebration.
Thank you so much. And we also share being second generation Indo-Canadians. And it's always a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much for that kind introduction. It's nice to see so many familiar faces. Hello, Korean, Lata, Sheila, so many, Yogesh, good to see all of you guys again. Thank you for having me on. Happy Vishu. I know that it's been a very difficult time. You would regularly celebrate with grand ceremonial splendor. I know that this occasion is like the most popular event in Kerala, and whether it's in Kerala or here right now, there's difficult times for all. And so, all I want to say is, this occasion definitely marks new hope and new beginnings. I hope that, through the steps that we are taking now, we're all having to hone in a little bit and do our part in order to curb this pandemic. And I know I want to thank all of you for doing your part, because we really have to focus on not just ourselves, but our collective well-being. And I just want to remind all of you, and I don't even feel I need to remind all of you. First, I should thank you, because you have what I would say more healthcare workers on the front lines amongst your community than most communities. And you have a very vibrant, strong group of nurses that are helping us through this pandemic. So thank you for all of you that are in the healthcare sector. And I hope you can help us with something. I hope you can help us with spreading the message to the community about how important it is to continue to practice COVID health measures. The health professionals are telling us. We all know staying 2 meters apart, wearing our masks, only interacting with people within our household, unless it's a real necessity for you to go out to get groceries or do other things, but also to inform others about vaccines. There's a lot of talk about vaccine hesitancy in just the South Asian community, but in many communities. And we all have to do our part to make sure that the misinformation, the false information that is out there, we correct that information and we let them know how much more protected people are once they are vaccinated versus not being vaccinated. I'm hearing of really tragic stories in ICUs of people that are in their 50s and were eligible for vaccines, but didn't get the vaccine, chose not to. And now, it's a big regret. And so I don't want any of you or your families to have to feel that regret. So maybe on the occasion of Vishu, we take up this mantle and we do our part to make sure that all of us are safe and your friends and families are safe. So thank you for all that you are doing. I'm looking forward to seeing the rest of the programming, and I've never seen and I was looking up more about what you do to celebrate Vishu, and I know that an arrangement of Vishu Kani is very popular. So I don't know if I'm going to get to see that, or maybe I'll have to travel to Kerala to see how it's properly celebrated, but I look forward to celebrating in person in the coming years with you, and I hope that that boat race does happen. Hope maybe I can challenge my provincial colleague Prabmeet Sarkaria and his team, and maybe Amarjot Sandhu will be on his team as well, because I really enjoyed myself last time when I participated. So looking forward to those events together, and I wish you all the very best. I'm sorry you have to celebrate in this way, but I think we will see the light. We just have to push on a little bit more. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to speak.
Now we know whom to invite for the Vishukani next time. So you will be there.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you so much to our MP Ruby who's joining us. And we also appreciate that reminder, just as our civilian responsibility to stay safe, keep thinking about other people. You know, even though we're having an opportunity to meet and celebrate Vishu, the pandemic is still, you know, quite actively moving through every single region. So we really appreciate that reminder. And all of you here have heard the challenge go out from Brampton North and Brampton South for next time's boat race. So we'll have to keep that in mind. So we're looking forward to seeing more of you MP. So thank you so much for joining us today. So what we will do is we will go ahead and introduce for you a face that requires no introduction, but as my obligation here as your MC, I would love to introduce our president for the Brampton Malayali Association. Of course, we've all met Mr. Kurian. We've seen him at so many different community events, and as we've already heard, he's been working actively with the Brampton Malayali Samajam now for over a decade. He has many, many different things that he actually works on. So I thought I'll take just a second to let you know about some of his other projects and roles. So in addition to being the president here at BMS, he's also the president of the National Federation of Malayali Associations. He's a Lok Sabha Kerala Sabha member, Norca Canada Helpline Coordinator, chairman of Malayalam Mayuram, and chief organizer and founder of the Canadian Nehru Trophy boat race, which is the boat race that we've all been talking about. So of course, his hands are very full. He has so much on his plate. However, he still dedicates a lot of his time towards making sure that the things that he works on works really well. And he continues to be active here in Brampton and the greater Toronto area. So we're so happy to work under his leadership as well. And, you know, programs are being canceled every single day because of the pandemic. But Brampton Malayali Samajam has decided that Vishu has to continue on. This program will continue on, and we're so grateful to the president for continuing on his work. So without any further delay, let's welcome our president, Mr. Kurian, president of Brampton Malayali Samajam.
Thank you, Namaste. Thank you for the kind words, this honorable guest, MP Ruby Sahatra, Honorable Minister Prabmeet Sarkaria, MVP Amarjot Sandhu. We are respecting Mayor Patrick Brown. Also, we are respecting Deepak Anandji. One of our special guest, the Prince of Travancore, Sri Aditya Verma, and all our guests here, also my team members. ഇന്നിവിടെ ബ്രാഹ്മണ മലയാളി സമാജത്തെ സംബന്ധിച്ചിടത്തോളം വിഷു ആഘോഷിക്കുന്ന ഒരു സുദിനമാണ്. വിഷു ഈക്വൽ എന്നുള്ളൊരു തീമിനെ ചുറ്റിപ്പറ്റിയുള്ള ഒരു ഉത്സവമാണ്. അത് നമ്മുടെ ഇന്ത്യയിലെ എല്ലാ സംസ്ഥാനങ്ങളിലും പല പേരുകളിൽ വിഷു കൊണ്ടാടപ്പെടുന്നുണ്ട്. പഞ്ചാബിലും ആസാമിലും തമിഴ്നാട്ടിലും എല്ലാ സ്ഥലത്തും വിഷു ഡിഫറെൻ്റ് നെയിമിൽ അവരത് കൊണ്ടാടുന്നുണ്ട്. വിഷു ഐശ്വര്യത്തിൻ്റെയും സമ്പൽ സമൃദ്ധിയുടെയും ഒരു നല്ല കാലമാണ് മലയാളിയെ സംബന്ധിച്ചിടത്തോളം. നമ്മുടെ പുതുവർഷത്തിൻ്റെ ആരംഭമാണ്. ഈ അവസരത്തിൽ ബ്രാൻഡ് മലയാളി സമാജത്തിൻ്റെ പുതിയ വരുന്ന വർഷത്തെ കമ്മിറ്റിയുടെ ഔദ്യോഗികമായ പ്രവർത്തനോദ്ഘാടനം കൂടെ ചെയ്യുവാൻ ഞങ്ങൾ ഈ വേദി തിരഞ്ഞെടുത്തിരിക്കുകയാണ്. അതിന് വളരെ പ്രമുഖരായ നേതാക്കന്മാർ, നമ്മുടെ ബ്രാംപ്ടന്റെ നേതാക്കന്മാർ, പ്രത്യേകിച്ച് MVP, മിനിസ്റ്റേഴ്സ് ഒക്കെ ഇവിടെ ഉണ്ട്, മേയർ വരുന്നുണ്ട്. ഇവരുടെയൊക്കെ സാന്നിധ്യത്തിൽ നമ്മുടെ പ്രവർത്തനങ്ങളെ പൊതുവിൻ്റെ മുന്നിൽ സമർപ്പിച്ചുകൊണ്ട് ഒരു തുറന്ന പുസ്തകമായിട്ട് ബ്രാംപ്ടൺ മലയാളി സമാജത്തിൻ്റെ പ്രവർത്തനങ്ങൾ എല്ലാ വർഷവും നമ്മൾ അവതരിപ്പിക്കാറുണ്ട്. കഴിഞ്ഞ വർഷവും നമ്മൾ ഫാമിലി ഡേയോടനുബന്ധിച്ച് ഈ ഒരു ഇത് നടത്തിയിരുന്നു. തുടർന്നും സമാജം ചെയ്യുന്ന കാര്യങ്ങൾ എന്തൊക്കെയാണ് എന്ന് ജനങ്ങൾക്ക് വിലയിരുത്താൻ വേണ്ടിയുള്ളൊരു അവസരം കൂടെയാണ് ഓരോ വർഷവും ഈ പ്രവർത്തനക്കാരനെ നമ്മൾ സംഘടിപ്പിക്കുന്നത്. ഈ കഴിഞ്ഞ വർഷം കൊറോണ ആയിട്ട് നമുക്കറിയാം കാര്യമായിട്ട് ഒന്നും ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റിയില്ല. എങ്കിൽ തന്നെയും നമ്മൾ ഡോക്ടർ ലൈവ് എന്ന ഒരു പ്രോഗ്രാം നമ്മൾ ചെയ്യുകയുണ്ടായി. ഏതാണ്ട് 35 ആഴ്ച പിന്നിട്ട് ആയുർവേദത്തിലെയും ഹോമിയോയിലെയും അലോപ്പതിയിലെയും ഒക്കെയും പ്രമുഖരായ ഡോക്ടർമാരെ കൊണ്ടുവന്ന് വളരെ നല്ല രീതിയിൽ നമ്മൾ ഡോക്ടർ ലൈവ് ഇവിടെ നടത്തുകയുണ്ടായി. ഇന്നും വെല്ലൂർ മെഡിക്കൽ കോളേജിലെ ഒരു ഡോക്ടർ വന്ന് നമുക്ക് വളരെ ശക്തമായ രീതിയിലുള്ള ക്ലാസ്സുകൾ എടുത്തു. അപ്പോൾ തുടർന്നും അങ്ങനെ പ്രവർത്തനങ്ങളുടെ ഒരു നീണ്ട നിരയുമായിട്ട് നമ്മൾ മുന്നോട്ട് പോവുകയാണ്. ഈ അവസരത്തിൽ നമുക്ക് അനൗൺസ്മെന്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റിയില്ലെങ്കിലും വളരെ കേരളത്തിൽ വളരെ പ്രമുഖനായ, ലോകത്തിൽ തന്നെ വളരെ പ്രമുഖനായ ഒരു വ്യവസായി ഈ വരുന്ന വർഷം കോവിഡിൻ്റെ സിറ്റുവേഷൻസിലൊക്കെ മാടി ഒരുമാതിരി ഒന്ന് കാര്യങ്ങൾ ക്രമീകരിക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ നമ്മളോടൊപ്പം വള്ളംകളിക്ക് പങ്കെടുക്കും എന്നുള്ള കൺഫർമേഷൻ അദ്ദേഹം തന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്. അദ്ദേഹത്തിൻ്റെ ആക്സിഡൻറ്റ് പറ്റിയ സ്ഥിതിക്ക് ഇപ്പം നമ്മൾ അനൗൺസ്മെൻ്റ് ആയിട്ട് ചെയ്യുന്നില്ല. എന്നിരുന്നാലും ബ്രാംപ്ടൺ ബോട്ട് റേസ് ഈ വർഷം ഏതെങ്കിലും കാരണവശാൽ ആൾക്കാരുടെ ലിമിറ്റേഷനൊക്കെ വെച്ച് നടത്താൻ പറ്റും എന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ, സിറ്റിയുടെ പെർമിഷനൊക്കെ ഉണ്ടെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ നമ്മൾ ചെയ്യാമെന്ന് ലിമിറ്റ് നിന്നുകൊണ്ട് ഏറ്റവും ബെസ്റ്റായിട്ട് ബോട്ട് റേസ് നമ്മൾ നടത്തിയിരിക്കും. അപ്പം അതിന് നമുക്ക് കോവിഡ് എന്ന സംഗതി നമുക്ക് നമ്മുടെ മുന്നേ ഇങ്ങനെ തടസ്സമായിട്ട് നിൽക്കുകയാണ്. അതിൻ്റെ ഒരു ഇത് മാറി കിട്ടിയാൽ സമാജം തീർച്ചയായും നമ്മൾ നമ്മുടെ ബോട്ട് റേസ് ആയിട്ട് മുന്നോട്ട് പോകും. അതിന് കിട്ടാവുന്നതിൽ ഏറ്റവും വലിയ ഒരു വ്യക്തിയാണ് നമുക്ക് ഈ വർഷത്തെ ബോട്ട് റേസിൻ്റെ അതിഥിയായിട്ട് വരാൻ പോകുന്നത്. അദ്ദേഹം ഇപ്പോൾ ഒരു ആക്സിഡൻറ്റിൽപ്പെട്ട് കഴിയുകയാണ്. അദ്ദേഹത്തിൻ്റെ എത്രയും പെട്ടെന്ന് സുഖം പ്രാപിക്കട്ടെ എന്ന് ബ്രാംപ്ടൺ മലയാള സമാജത്തിന് വേണ്ടി ആശംസിക്കുകയാണ്. ഒപ്പം ഇപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ ഗസ്റ്റ് പങ്കെടുക്കുന്ന പാട്രിക് ബ്രൗൺ നിങ്ങൾക്കറിയാം. പാട്രിക് ബ്രൗൺ ഒരു ബേബി ഉണ്ടായി, ഇന്നലെ ബേബി ഗേൾ ഉണ്ടായി. അദ്ദേഹത്തിന് സമാജത്തിൻ്റെ എല്ലാ അഭിനന്ദനങ്ങളും ഈ അവസരത്തിൽ അറിയിക്കുന്നു. മറ്റേ ഇവിടെ വന്നു ചേർന്നിരിക്കുന്ന എല്ലാ സുഹൃത്തുക്കൾക്കും, നമ്മുടെ സമാജത്തിൻ്റെ കൂടെ ഈ വർഷം എൻ്റെ കൂടെ ടീമിലുള്ള പ്രവർത്തിക്കുന്ന ആളുകൾക്കും പ്രവർത്തിക്കാൻ ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്ന ആളുകൾക്കും എല്ലാവർക്കും ബ്രാംപ്ടൺ മലയാളി സമാജത്തിലേക്ക് നിങ്ങളുടെ വാതിലുകൾ ഓപ്പണാണ്. സമാജം ഒരിക്കലും നിങ്ങൾക്ക് മെമ്പർഷിപ്പ് ഇല്ല, നിങ്ങൾ എന്നും പറഞ്ഞൊന്നും വാതിലുകൾ കൊട്ടിയടക്കുകയില്ല. നമ്മുടെ മെമ്പർഷിപ്പ് മലയാളിയാണോ അതാണ് നമ്മുടെ മെമ്പർഷിപ്പ്. നമ്മൾ ഇത്ര രൂപ ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ അതിനകത്ത് ചേർക്കൂ, അല്ല അങ്ങനെയുള്ള ഒരു പ്രത്യേക ക്രൈറ്റീരിയ വെച്ച് ആൾക്കാരെ മാറ്റി നിർത്തുന്ന ഒരു നിലപാടൊന്നുമില്ല. അതുകൊണ്ട് നിങ്ങൾ ആർക്കും ഞങ്ങളുടെ വിഷനുമായിട്ട് ഒത്തു പ്രവർത്തിക്കാൻ താല്പര്യമുള്ള ആർക്കും ബ്രാംപ്ടൺ മലയാളി സമാജമായിട്ട് ചേർന്ന് പ്രവർത്തിക്കാവുന്നതാണ്. ഈ ഒരു അവസരത്തിൽ വിഷുവിൻ്റെ ആഘോഷത്തിലും ഈ ടീം ഇനാഗുറേഷൻ അവസരത്തിലും വന്നു ചേർന്ന എല്ലാ സുഹൃത്തുക്കൾക്കും സമാജത്തിൻ്റെ പേരിലുള്ള നന്ദി ഈ അവസരത്തിൽ അറിയിക്കുകയാണ്. എനിക്കിപ്പോൾ കാണാൻ നമ്മുടെ മേയർ എത്തിയിട്ടുണ്ട്. അദ്ദേഹത്തിന് ഒരു ബേബി ഉണ്ടായ സ്ഥിതിക്ക് അദ്ദേഹത്തിന് എത്രയും പെട്ടെന്ന് പോകേണ്ടതായിട്ടുണ്ട്. ലെറ്റ് മീ congratulations from Brampton Malayali Samaj, Mayor Patrick Brown. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Kurian. Yes, it is a busy time in our household right now as we welcomed our new addition, Savannah. She is our second child, our first daughter, and my wife Genevieve is elated and healthy and recovering, and our little guy Theodore is excited to be a big brother. But I did want to come on the call today just to wish everyone well. The Malali community, I wanted to share with you my best wishes. And I know it's been a challenging time with COVID-19 and the normal events we have in person we're not having, and hopefully it doesn't interrupt the boat race again this summer. But I know Kurian and his team, they'll do whatever they can, as the restrictions allow, for us to continue to celebrate God's gift, Kerala, to celebrate the beauty of the Kerala and Malali culture, language, heritage, ancestry, arts, culture, sports, and it's great to have platforms like this that celebrate that rich history. So on behalf of the city of Brampton, I wanted to come and share greetings and well wishes. And Kurian, we're always at your service if we can ever be of assistance at City Hall, because we know a city with a growing Malayali community is a city that is headed in the right direction.
Thank you, Mayor Patrick Brown. And we have one more ceremony here. Even last year, yourself done it. We have a new committee for this year.
Mhm.
And
And I understand I get to inaugurate the new committee.
yes.
So what do I need to officially say to inaugurate the new
that's 3
committee?
years you are the one doing it, so same thing.
Well, I want to inaugurate the new committee on behalf of the city of Brampton, on behalf of our city council, and to wish this new council well. I know normally I'd be there in person reading out the inauguration, but I guess this virtual version of that will have to suffice given the rising COVID numbers.
Thank you. Okay, let's go ahead. Binu can read the names.
Oh, do you have the names, Korean?
Yes, Binu will read it. Yes, please, Binu.
Okay, Vino will read it. Okay.
Mute.
Binu, can you unmute?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. First of all, happy Vishu to everybody, and congratulations, dear Patrick Brown, for your new baby. And it's my privilege to introduce our 2021 office bearers. So we have our president elected in our last annual general body meeting. As you know, Kurian Prakanam is our president, and he is also Loga Kerala Sabha member and an NAFMAC president. No more introduction required. Kurian is our president. Next, our board of trustee members. Brahmasri Karyanur Devadaran Namburipad. Trimeni is the chief priest of Guruvayurappa temple. Again, no more introduction to the Brampton Malayali community. Trimeni is the chair of the board of trustees this year. And next, we have Manoj Karata. Sanjay, if you don't mind, can you show the picture on one slide? We have Manoj Karata, BOT member. Again, Manoj Karata is the big support of Malayali community. All events happening in Toronto is because his immense support. And Dr. P.K. Kuti, our another board of trust member. Sajib Koya is a coaching club president. Those are our board of trustee members. Now I introduce our committee leaders. General Secretary Leda Menon, Barrister Solicitor Leda Menon, again a good ambassador of women empowerment in world, and Leda Madam is there. And now the vice president, we have two vice president. One is Shibu Charian, vice president, and second is Woman Joseph, our vice president. And organizing secretary, myself, I'm working as a secretary right now, and this year I will be the organizing secretary for Samajam. And we have a new members, Maya Rachel Thomas. Maya Rachel Thomas is our new secretary, and another secretary joining is become two more secretaries. One is Yogesh Prabhumar and Jidin. Yes. And our treasurer is Joseph Punacheri, Malcolm Joseph Punacheri, and we have our current vice president, Gobomar Nair, is moving as associate treasurer due to his busy schedule. Gobomar Nair will be our associate treasurer. And we have a joint secretaries. Sanjay Mohan is our technical lead and joint secretary. And we have new face, Murali Panikar, joint secretary. And we have two joint treasurers. One is Arun Oledat, again a new face to the Samajam. Welcome, Arun. And we have one more joint treasurer, Sen Epen. And we have entertainment conveners, Sunny Gundapalli. Sunny Gundapalli was our entertainment last year. A lot of welcome, Sunny Chetan. And two more joints entertainment conveners are there. One is Davis Fernandez and one is Akhil Menon. If I missed anybody from the list, the committee formation is still going on. We'll have more committee members coming. Welcome all. This is our 2021 office bearers list. Hope you can see on the screen.
Thank you, Binu. Thank you.
Thank you, Binu, for introducing all of the members. In fact, I saw some members there that I have known for many, many years. So I can see this, the Samajam is in very good hands with a lot of active community members. So that's great. We also had a chance to hear from the Mayor, Patrick Brown. As Kurian had mentioned, the family just had a baby just a few days ago. So he's had a chance to join us today. And of course, we're so appreciative of the mayor's work here in Brampton to keep all of its residents safe and to continue to advocate for more healthcare resources. So we're grateful that the mayor could also come as well. So we'd like to continue on with our program, and I would like to introduce you to the Honorable MPP Amarjit Sandhu for Brampton West. Now, this gentleman is the chair of the Standing Committee on Finance and Economic Affairs. And one thing that is particularly interesting about him is that he is the first Canadian international student to be elected into the Legislative Assembly of Ontario. So this is highly inspirational to all of our young people here who have, moved to this country, and they're looking forward to building a great future and contributing to the overall makeup of life here in Ontario and Canada at large. So we're so grateful to have the Honorable MPP here, and I'd like to invite him to our stage.
Thank you so much. Thank you for that extremely generous introduction. It's great to see you all. Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank my good friend Kurian Prakanam for inviting me to this important event celebrating Vishu. And we also great to see Mayor Patrick Brown. I also want to congratulate him on the birth of his second child. It's great to see my federal and municipal colleagues as well, MP Ruby Sahota, Mr. Srikaria, MPP Deepak Anand. And also, I would like to, once again, thank the Malayali Samajam for inviting me to this important celebration. It is no secret that we are going through unprecedented and challenging times. And it is more important now than ever that we celebrate these important days, even though we are celebrating it virtually. But the important thing is that we're still celebrating these important days. The dawn of the auspicious day of Vishu marks the beginning of the new year, and it also marks the start of new agriculture cycle. We all know that Vishu festival is a very important part of the Malayali Samajam, and it is believed that a good start lays a strong foundation for the future. And the Vishu festival is all about having an auspicious start. So I want to congratulate everyone, as MP Ruby Sahota was saying, that we're going through challenging times, and the only hope is that we vaccinate as many as people possible in these 28 days. We're going through the state of emergency in Ontario. The case numbers are going up every day. We are seeing record number of cases, record number of hospitalization, record number of the people in ICU. So it is very important for everyone to get yourself vaccinated when your turn comes. Vaccination is the only hope that we can bring this life back to normal. And I look forward to celebrate in person the boat race, Brampton boat race, which I think will celebrate in August. I really hope that life gets back to normal in the coming months, and we'll get to celebrate the Brampton boat race in person. Also, this is a auspicious day, and I hope your prayers and celebrations of Vishu will help everyone to have a peaceful and prosperous year ahead. I also want to congratulate the new committee. It's great to see my good friend Oman Yusuf as well, the new vice president. You have a strong team, and every member of the team is, very well connected to the community, especially the president, Kurian Prakanam, is very active and always celebrating these important days with the community. And I want to congratulate once again everyone. And I would also like to acknowledge with gratitude all the invaluable contributions Malayali Samajam has made and continue to make Ontario a better place to live. You're the vital part of the fabric of our province. Thank you so much for having me, and I look forward to celebrating in person next year when the life gets back to normal. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sandhu. It was great to meet you here for the first time. It's my first opportunity to see you. And we're really hoping that Brampton West might also join the Brampton boat race, as we've heard that North and South are going to be in. So we're looking for full participation across Brampton. Thank you so much. So as you all know, Vishu and every celebration that we have cannot be celebrated unless we incorporate the arts. All of the arts are very, very, very dear to the hearts of Malayalis especially, and we love to hear music and we love to see dance, especially incorporated into our celebrations. So in this regard, we'd like to have a dance next that you can sit back and watch and relax and enjoy. So I'd like to invite forward Kumari and Sreshta Rajiv.
Yogesh, are they live or?
Second.
They can unmute.
Video.
Sorry, are they live or no? Is it a recorded video or live?
Record.
Oh, okay, fine. Okay, let me get the recorded video.
Thank you so much, Sreshta. We're so appreciative that in the middle of these busy and hectic days, I'm sure that you're in online school and trying to manage through the pandemic along with your classmates and family, but you still found some time to prepare a beautiful dance so that we could celebrate Vishu. So thank you so much for joining us today for this. So we'd like to continue on with our program. And as we've heard from a male vocalist who opened our program today, now I would like to invite forward a female vocalist so that you can enjoy hearing a wonderful melody from her. So I'd like to invite forward Miss Ruth Rachel Soni to sing a Vishu melody for us.
Happy Vishu, everyone. Since today is the Vishu celebration, I'm going to be singing a song praising Lord Krishna. Thank you. Kanna, 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 Kanna. തുളസിക്കതി നുള്ളിയെടുത്ത് കണ്ണെന്നൊരു മാലയ്ക്കായി പൊട്ടാത്ത നൂലിൽ കെട്ടി എന്നെന്നും ചാർത്താം ഞാൻ. തുളസിക്കതി നുള്ളിയെടുത്ത് കണ്ണെന്നൊരു മാലയ്ക്കായി പൊട്ടാത്ത നൂലിൽ കെട്ടി എന്നെന്നും ചാർത്താം ഞാൻ. തുളസിക്കതി നുള്ളിയെടുത്ത് കണ്ണെന്നൊരു മാലയ്ക്കായി പൊട്ടാത്ത നൂലിൽ കെട്ടി എന്നെന്നും ചാർത്താം ഞാൻ. തുളസിക്കതി നുള്ളിയെടുത്ത് കണ്ണാ 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 കണ്ണാ. കാർവർണ്ണൻ തന്നെ മേനി കായാമ്പൂ വിരിച്ചു കാണുമ്പോൾ കണ്ണിനെന്തൊരു ആനന്ദം പരവേശം. കാർവർണ്ണൻ തന്നെ മേനി കായാമ്പൂ വിരിച്ചു കാണുമ്പോൾ കണ്ണിനെന്തൊരു ആനന്ദം പരവേശം, ആനന്ദം പരവേശം. കണ്ണാ നീ ആടിയ ലീലകൾ ഒന്നൂടെ ആടൂലേ, കണ്ണാ നീ ആടിയ ലീലകൾ ഒന്നൂടെ ആടൂലേ, കണ്ണാ നീ ആടിയ ലീല ഒന്നൂടെ ആടൂലേ, ഒന്നൂടെ ആടൂലേ. കണ്ണാ 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 കണ്ണാ. ചന്തത്തിൽ കണ്ണെഴുതി ചന്ദന പൊട്ടും കുത്തി പൊന്മയിൽ പീലി കുത്തിയ കണ്ണാ നീ വിളയാട്. ചന്തത്തിൽ കണ്ണെഴുതി ചന്ദന പൊട്ടും കുത്തി പൊന്മയിൽ പീലി കുത്തിയ കണ്ണാ നീ വിളയാട്, എന്നുള്ളിൽ വിളയാട്. കണ്ണാ നീ ആടിയ ലീലകൾ ഒന്നൂടെ ആടൂലേ, കണ്ണാ നീ ആടിയ ലീലകൾ ഒന്നൂടെ ആടൂലേ, കണ്ണാ നീ ആടിയ ലീല ഒന്നൂടെ ആടൂലേ, ഒന്നൂടെ ആടൂലേ. കണ്ണാ 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 കണ്ണാ. തുളസിക്കതി നുള്ളിയെടുത്ത് കണ്ണെന്നൊരു മാലയ്ക്കായി പൊട്ടാത്ത നൂലിൽ കെട്ടി എന്നെന്നും ചാർത്താം ഞാൻ. തുളസിക്കതി നുള്ളിയെടുത്ത് കണ്ണെന്നൊരു മാലയ്ക്കായി പൊട്ടാത്ത നൂലിൽ കെട്ടി എന്നെന്നും ചാർത്താം ഞാൻ. തുളസിക്കതി നുള്ളിയെടുത്ത് കണ്ണെന്നൊരു മാലയ്ക്കായി പൊട്ടാത്ത നൂലിൽ കെട്ടി എന്നെന്നും ചാർത്താം ഞാൻ തുളസിക്കതി നുള്ളിയെടുത്ത് കണ്ണാ 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 കണ്ണാ. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ruth. I really sat back and enjoyed that. Now, I'm always so appreciative and surprised and inspired when I see, second and third and fourth generation Malayalis, Indians here in this country. We're thousands of miles away from our ancestral homeland. And still they are maintaining a lot of their cultural ties. And, our young people are learning dance and music and all sorts of other arts that are so dear to us. So we're so grateful that Ruth could join us today and grace this occasion with a beautiful song. So thank you so much, Ruth. We're looking forward to seeing much, much more from you as you progress in your musical journey as well.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Now I'll just check quickly whether one of our guests has arrived today. We're looking forward to hearing from the Honorable MPP Deepak Anand. So I'll just ask if he has joined our meeting. He's welcome to unmute himself. Or if we're still waiting for him, then we can continue on.
He's not on.
Okay, all right. So then we will take some time and we will wait for him to arrive. And in the meantime, I'd like to introduce our first group program for today. We've had some solo performances, but I know that you would be very interested to see Sujata Ganesh and team of SG Expressions. This is a well-known dance group within this area. They really specialize in different Kerala traditional art forms. So today we have Tiruvadarakali performance, and I'd like to introduce who are the dancers today. So we have Julie Ray, Deepthi Unni, Maria Praveen, Vrinda Kandanchata, and Ms. Sujata Ganesh. So I'd like to invite them to perform a beautiful group dance for us today.
Sorry, Yogesh, this is live?
Yeah, Sanjay, Tiruvadirakali, group dance.
Okay.
Sujata Ganesh.
Okay.
സാക്ഷി കാമാക്ഷി മീനാക്ഷി വിശാലാക്ഷി യോഗ സാക്ഷി സരസ്വതിയേ ശരണം എന്നീതിൽ നീ ദയവുമായി പിറന്നിടം സരസ്വതിയേ ശരണം എന്നീതിൽ നീ ദയവുമായി പിറന്നിടം ദയവുമായി പിറന്നിടം ദയവുമായി പിറന്നിടം മുങ്ങിത്തുടിച്ചു കുളിച്ചൊരുങ്ങി മുപ്പാരുടയോനെ കൈവണങ്ങി മുങ്ങിത്തുടിച്ചു കുളിച്ചൊരുങ്ങി മുപ്പാരുടയോനെ കൈവണങ്ങി ആടകൾ ചൂടി മുടി മുഴം പൂകൊണ്ടു മൂടി പാണികളിൽ കങ്കണം ചാർത്തി ജലാടകൾ പെട്ടെന്നിളകുമ്പോൾ മഞ്ഞക്കര ചുറ്റി മങ്കമർ പുനനിരന്നിടണം മങ്കമർ പുനനിരന്നിടണം മങ്കമർ പുനനിരന്നിടണം പങ്കജാക്ഷി ഉണ്ണു നീലി ശങ്കരി ഗൗരി ശൃംഗാരി മംഗമാരി ധനുമാസം വന്നണഞ്ഞല്ലോ തിങ്കൾ മൗലി അംഗജാരി ശങ്കരൻ കൈലാസനാഥൻ തമ്പുരാന്റെ പിറന്നാളാതിരയല്ലോ തിരുവാതിരയല്ലോ തിരുവാതിരയല്ലോ അമ്പിളിത്തെല്ലണിയുന്ന തമ്പുരാന്റെ മകനൊറ്റ കൊമ്പനുണ്ണി തമ്പുരാനെ കുമ്പിടുന്നി ഞാൻ ഇമ്പമോടുയർത്തിയിടണം കമ്പമില്ല മൊഴിത്തിന്റെ മുമ്പിൽ വന്നു വിളങ്ങണം കവിത്വം ചൊൽവാൻ നല്ല മീൻ കണ്ണിയാം വാണി നല്ല പോലെ തുണയ്ക്കണം നല്ലതും വല്ലതായിടും നീ തുണയ്ക്കാൻ ഞാൻ വ്യാസനും ഗുരുക്കന്മാരും ഈശ്വരും ഈശ്വരിയോടെ സംശയത്തിൽ അഴകോടെ വാസം ചെയ്യണം പരമശിവദേവ പാർവതി വല്ലഭ ശരണം ദാതാവേ മംഗളം പരമശിവദേവ പാർവതി വല്ലഭ ശരണം ദാതാവേ മംഗളം ശരണം മേ മംഗളം മംഗളദായക പുനരണി സൗഭാഗ്യം ദേവദേവാ ശരണമേ മംഗളം മംഗല്യകാമുക പുനരണി സൗഭാഗ്യം ദേവദേവാ പുനരണി സൗഭാഗ്യം ദേവദേവാ പുനരണി സൗഭാഗ്യം ദേവദേവാ ദേവദേവാ ദേവദേവാ
Thank you so much to SG Expressions. We've seen them in so many different avenues for Malayali events in particular. No event is complete without the Tiruvadara Kali that we've seen just presented for us today. And we are looking forward to the days that we can have a live event and see this group live. So thank you so much for joining today, at least virtually. So we'd like to continue on with our program, and we have another dance. This is a solo dance by a young woman named Avantika Mencheri Ratish. So sit back and enjoy this Vishu performance.
Okay, we'll play the video shortly. Yes.
Very good.
Thank you so much. Actually, we had a great surprise because we only expected a dance performance there, but in addition to the dance, we also got the song, which was also sung. So thank you so much. A wonderful way to slowly start wrapping up our Vishu celebrations today. If the Honorable MPP Deepak Anand has not yet joined us today, now we were expecting to have him as well. He serves the Mississauga Malton area. He's a very familiar face to our community. So we wish him and his family all of the best during this pandemic time as well. So if he's not able to join us today, then what we will do is go ahead to our vote of thanks. We presented this today by the Joint Secretary of the Brampton Malayali Association. I'd like to invite forward Mr. Murali Panikat for the vote of thanks. Thank you.
Hello, hi, good afternoon, everyone. So this occasion gives me immense pleasure as I was asked to deliver a vote of thanks to all the dignitaries who are here in this program. So on behalf of BMS, our president and backbone and a great leader, Mr. Kurian Prakana, and all other team members, and in my name, I extend our sincere thanks to His Highness Avittam Tirunal Aditya Verma, Prince of Travancore Royal Family, for his lovely Vishu greetings. Thank you. I also extend our sincere gratitude and thanks to all dignitaries who are present here. We had Mayor of Brampton here, Patrick Brown. First of all, congratulations, Mayor, for being blessed with a baby girl. Thank you for blessing this auspicious occasion, finding time in between your busy schedule. We thank Minister Prabhjit Singh Sarkaria for finding time to bless this auspicious occasion in between his other scheduled appointments. We thank Honorable MP Ruby Sahota for accepting our invitation to be a part of this wonderful occasion organized by BMS. We thank Honorable MPP Amarjot Sandhu for accepting our invitation and sparing time to attend this virtual function. We also thank MPP Deepak Anand, who couldn't attend anyways, but we are extending our sincere thanks to be a part of this occasion, this celebration. We also like to extend our sincere thanks to our performers. Wonderful dance by Kumari Shrestha Rajiv, a beautiful song by Ruth Rachel Stoney, and a beautiful Tiruvadra Kali after a long time that by Sujata Ganesh and team, and a wonderful dance by Avantika Mancheri Ratish. Yes, again, I'm very glad to be a part of this winning team. Congratulations, a big thanks to newly elected office bearers. A big and special thanks to Liz Kochman for a wonderful presentation. Thank you, Gurenji. Thank you, Lada ma'am. Thank you, team. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
സ്പെഷ്യൽ താങ്ക് യു പറയാനുള്ളത് ലിസിനോടാണ്. ലാസ്റ്റ് നിമിഷം രംസിയുടെ ഷോട്ട് വന്നപ്പോൾ വിളിച്ച് ലിസയിൽ ആവശ്യമുണ്ടെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞപ്പോൾ വർക്കിലാണെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ടും വർക്കിലാണ് ആള്. ഓക്കെ, എന്നിട്ട് പോലും നമ്മുടെ സമാജത്തിന് ആവശ്യമുണ്ടെന്ന് കണ്ടപ്പോൾ ഇടം വലം നോക്കാതെ ഞാൻ ജിയാൻ കുര്യ എന്ന് എന്നോട് പറഞ്ഞ് ആ സമയത്ത് ആശ്വാസം നൽകി ഞങ്ങളുടെ ഈ പരിപാടിയിൽ വളരെ ടൊറന്റോയിലെ ഏറ്റവും ബെസ്റ്റ് MC എന്ന് പറയാം. അങ്ങനെ വളരെ പ്രൊഫഷണലായിട്ട് കാര്യങ്ങളെ ഇന്ന് രാവിലെ കൊടുത്ത ഷീറ്റായിട്ട് പോലും ഇത്ര കാര്യമായിട്ട് വളരെ ഭംഗിയായിട്ട് ഈ ഇവന്റിനെ ഓർഗനൈസ് ചെയ്ത ലിസിന് പ്രത്യേകമായ ഹൃദയം നിറഞ്ഞ നന്ദി രേഖപ്പെടുത്തുകയാണ്. തുടർന്നും ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് ലിസിനെ ഇങ്ങനെ എപ്പോഴും അത്യാവശ്യം വിളിക്കുമ്പോൾ ഉള്ള ഹെൽപ്പ് കിട്ടും എന്ന് ഞങ്ങൾക്കറിയാം. തീർച്ചയായും ഉണ്ടാകണം. ഞങ്ങളുടെ ടീമായിട്ട് തന്നെയാണ് ഞങ്ങൾ ലിസിനെ കാണുന്നത്. അപ്പൊ അതിന് പ്രത്യേക ഇത്രയും വന്ന ഗസ്റ്റുകളൊക്കെ ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ പോലും ഇന്നലെ രാത്രി ഞാൻ കുറച്ചേറെ സമയം ഇങ്ങനെ നാളെ ആരെയും കൊണ്ട് ചെയ്യും എന്നുള്ള വേറെ ആൾ പറഞ്ഞിരുന്ന നാളെ സമയപ്പോൾ ഒരു പ്രശ്നം പറ്റും തടസ്സമായിട്ട് മാറിപ്പോയി. അപ്പൊ അങ്ങനെ ഇപ്പോൾ ആരെ കിട്ടും എന്നുള്ള ഒരു വിഷമ ആ സന്ദർഭത്തിലാണ് ലിസ് ഹെൽപ്പ് ചെയ്യാനുള്ള മനസ്സ് കാണിച്ചത്. വീണ്ടും 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 സമായത്തിന്റെ പേരിലും എൻ്റെ പേരിലും ഒക്കെ ഉള്ള നന്ദി സ്നേഹവും ഈ അവസരത്തിൽ അറിയിക്കുന്നു. ബാക്കി ഇന്ന് വന്നുള്ള എല്ലാ കമ്മിറ്റി അംഗങ്ങൾക്കും നമ്മൾ വിഷേഴ്സിനും മറ്റെല്ലാവർക്കും ഉള്ള സ്നേഹവും നന്ദിയും ഈ അവസരത്തിൽ അറിയിക്കുന്നു. നല്ലൊരു പരിപാടിയായിരുന്നു. വളരെ ചെറുക്കമായിട്ട് 1 മണിക്കൂറിനുള്ളിൽ നമുക്ക് പരിപാടി തീർക്കാൻ പറ്റി. 1.5 മണിക്കൂറിനുള്ളിൽ പരിപാടി തീർക്കാൻ പറ്റി. അതിനുവേണ്ടി സഹകരിച്ച എല്ലാവർക്കും ഉള്ള നന്ദി അവസരത്തിൽ രേഖപ്പെടുത്തുന്നു.
സ്പെഷ്യൽ താങ്ക്സ് ടു ലിസ്. അത് പറഞ്ഞത് ശരിയാണ് കുര്യൻജി. ഞാൻ ലിസിനെ കുറെ പ്രോഗ്രാമിൽ കണ്ടിട്ടുണ്ട്. ബട്ട് ഷീ ഈസ് റിയലി വെരി ഗുഡ് ആൻഡ് ഷീ ക്യാരിഡ് ദ പ്രോഗ്രാം വെരി വെൽ.
Stop the live, please.
So she carried the program very well. And Liz, thank you so much. And as Kuryanji പറഞ്ഞ മാതിരി എപ്പോഴും നമ്മളുടെ ബ്രാംപ്ടൺ മലയാളി സമാജത്തിന് എന്ത് please you have to come forward. It was a fantastic. You rolled the ball very well. Thank you. And have a wonderful day. Stay safe, stay healthy.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. See you again.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
So much.
Bye.
Thank you, Gurija. Live stop അല്ലേ?
Live stop.
Yeah, live stop, recording stop. Okay.
And നമ്മുടെ പുതിയ ഡേവിനെ കണ്ട് പരിചയപ്പെട്ട സന്തോഷം.